Hey guys, Jai here. I'd like to welcome all the guys that came over from Scout the Doggie's channel. We're here to bring the review today of the L85 A2 by ICS Airsoft. So we're back again, this time with something British. I guess we've not done one of these before. It's L85 A2. It's a British service weapon. It's pretty basic, it's old school. You've probably seen this like in many different variants, LSW, but this is the kind of standard version that the infantry would use. It's olive drab, like the real thing. Solid steel construction throughout the gun. It's actually really well made. It's probably one of the better made ones I've picked up, similar to the likes of the G&G version. What makes this different from your normal M4 rifles is that it's a Bullpup design. Not a big fan of this, but hey. The magazine starts off at the back behind the pistol grip, and it gives you a massive long barrel running through the gun. This is much shorter than an M16 rifle, but the barrel length is roughly the same, probably a bit longer. So let's have a look at some of the other features of this gun. The barrel out here is full metal, the flash hider as well, which is removable. The front sight post here is also removable, it's adjustable too, it's also made of metal. The handguard on this side, it comes off to reveal the battery compartment. There's a button here on the front, you depress and it just slides on off. You can also open the top flap here, and that kind of shows you the fake gas mechanism that's in the top. The main receiver of the gun has pretty much all the detail. Here's your safety, that's it off, back on again. The trigger mech is pretty, it's pretty caveman-like. There's just a bolt here holding it on. Not a big fan of the trigger on this, and the pistol grip is relatively uncomfortable because your back of your hand scraping off the magazine all the time. If you're wearing a long sleeve shirt, it's pretty good, but you're going to get scratches in your wrist, which I guess is a pretty bad point. This gun takes standard M4, M16 AR type magazines. You can also fit E-mags in here. We'll demonstrate that later on. They look really good in the gun. The top rail here holds the carry handle and the rear sight post. This again is adjustable like the real thing. You can take the carry handle off and put some optics on there. Unfortunately, it's a 19mm rail on the top, so you're going to struggle when you try and put your things like ACOGs that are designed for the 20mm rail. You can also pull the bolt back. This is a non-blowback gun, which I prefer because the blowback versions like Army armaments, they tend to jam up and cause all sorts of trouble, but it does come back and it gives you a nice clacking motion. Your hop unit there is exposed as well, and this hovering is actually pretty good. The wheel is really easy to adjust and you get quite a lot of motion in there too. Other things of the gun I need to mention, your fire selector is back here, which is pretty awkward when you want to get to, especially if you're on full auto, someone comes up close, and if you're going to be engaging, maybe you've got engagement rules, it's going to be pretty hard to flick to semi to make sure you don't light them up at close range. There's a rubberized buttstock here as well. It's pretty neat, shoulders really well this gun, as Bullpups do. So put in the comments box below, do you prefer a Bullpup design weapon like this, or are you quite happy to use a standard AR type weapon, carbine? So another couple of good points and bad points about this gun. Main bad point being that it's designed for a right hand shooter. Left hand shooters are going to find a bit of difficulty, that being that the fire selector is over here on this side and you're going to have to take your shooting hand off to adjust that, or put your off hand over and change the fire selector there, again with the magazine release. But in Airsoft it's not so bad, and the real thing, shell cases will be coming out here and that would be your main worry. But a good point with this gun, and a really good point, is that the butt pad comes off here, and that reveals the rear end of the gearbox, which you can take off, and there's a quite strange spring system in there, so you can take out your, if it's too hot, the gun's too hot out of the box, just take the back of the gearbox off, put your new spring in there, put it back on. Pretty easy to do. Your motor adjustment screw is also sticking out the back of the butt pad, and that's pretty neat too. So this is the first Bullpup gun we've had out here. Pretty long barrel. Let's see how it stacks up against the other assault rifles that we've reviewed before. Okay, with this gun we're using .32 gram BBs like we're doing with all the ICS guns. The reason for that being it gives the best accuracy over the distance that we're shooting, which is 30 metres. And the gun here, we have a 7.4 mini LiPo battery. It's perfect for this gun. It's going to give us a nice rate of fire, not too much and not too little. The only way I can grip this gun, unfortunately, is by the grip, which isn't too secure, but we're going to have to work with that. It's going to be fine. So a lot of you guys are questioning the reason why we use the vise. It's so that the guns are completely benchmarked, which means that they're all getting the same chance. This gun's locked into place, so we're measuring the gun's accuracy and not my accuracy, so you guys know the product that you're getting straight out of the box. Let's go ahead and put some rounds down the range. Alright, let's have a look at the target. So yeah, L85, really good. Apart from a slight feeding issue we had with the magazines, it's just really good. I'm amazed at that actually. I didn't expect it to be quite as good. Another thing I noticed as well, when I went to clean the barrel, it was absolutely spotless, and this gun has not been taken out of the box yet, so ICS obviously look after their guns from stock. But yeah, 0.32 gram BBs, devastating, absolutely devastating. Right, so yeah. If you're looking for British loadout, or you just want to go for something completely different, this is definitely the weapon for you. It's one of the best made AEGs I've seen. L85, I mean it's tremendous. I just can't go over the performance actually. Still a bit astounded by that. So you can check out ICS and the links in the description below. Like the video if you think this gun looks cool with the PMAG and the olive drab Ranger plate. Click here to subscribe so you don't miss our next review, and we'll see you next time.